In this article, we'll share the 7 steps to create and monitor a project budget and the best practices to create a project budget. Having a project budget ensures an accurate estimation of costs, plans, and allocated resources. Comparing actual costs to forecasts allows you to identify potential overspending and adjust accordingly. It helps manage unexpected expenses by allocating contingency funds, decreasing the risk of overspending. A solid project budget keeps stakeholders aligned, builds client trust, and helps the project succeed within financial limits. Steps for creating and monitoring a project budget. Define the scope. Start with outlining the project scope. This helps determine the required time, resources, and costs for project phases. A thoroughly defined scope aligns project stakeholders, prevents misunderstandings, and sets the direction for accurate planning. Break down costs. Divide the project into manageable, smaller tasks and assign costs for each of the tasks. This includes materials, labor estimation, overhead expenses, and equipment. Breaking the costs into smaller parts leads to transparency and makes it convenient to track where overruns or savings could occur. Estimate costs. Estimating costs is crucial for project budget success. Use data from industry standards, past projects, or expert advice to forecast costs. Consider variables like labor rates, inflation, and material costs that might affect the budget. Accurate estimation helps eliminate overruns and ensures alignment with goals. Include contingency reserves. All projects involve uncertainties, so including contingency reserves in your project budget is crucial. Allocating up to 20% of your project budget allows flexibility when unexpected risks or costs occur. The contingency reserves provide a safety net to keep the project budget costs on track. Allocate resources. Assign the required materials and people according to the budget line and each task. Consider the timelines, skills, and costs involved in allocation. This ensures efficient use of resources and cost control throughout the life cycle of the project. Monitor budgets. Track projected budget versus actual expenses continuously. Monitoring reveals early signs of unexpected costs or overspending. Early adjustments keep the project budget under control. Collaborate with clients. Clients will provide you with insights into potential risks, resource needs, and financial constraints. This will help you identify areas for cost savings and funding, contingency reserves for unexpected costs. As we know, unforeseen costs can arise in projects, and this is why adding contingency reserves to your project budget is a best practice. Allocating 20% of the project budget as contingency reserves enables flexibility to address unplanned expenses such as increases in material costs, scope changes, and delays. Contingency reserves act as a buffer to absorb shocks, saving the project from derailing. Research indicates that projects that do not have a contingency reserve are likely to experience timeline extensions and overruns. The impact of poor budgeting on the project. Poor planning can have extreme consequences for project success. Without a well-thought-out, clear budget, projects often face delays, overruns, and scope changes that affect the project outcome. Research indicates that projects with improper practices are more likely to exceed financial limits. A lack of resources, a failure to anticipate project risks, and a lack of communication with clients are contributing factors. These issues can lead to loss of trust, dissatisfied clients, and a possible cancellation of the project. To avoid these factors, project managers must ensure that the project budget is flexible, realistic, and aligned with project objectives. Regular client involvement, budget reviews, and accurate estimation are vital in preventing issues. The key to successful budgeting. Successful project budgeting requires accurate planning, continuous monitoring, ongoing reviews, and collaboration with clients. A structured budget tracks progress and serves as a basis for the project, ensuring goals are met and decisions are guided within financial constraints. The importance of learning from past projects, contingency planning, and budget reviews cannot be ignored. When you apply these best practices, chances are high for you to complete your projects within budget and on time. Project budgeting enables you to keep your project costs down and deliver value, ensures maintenance of control, and increases client satisfaction. 7. Steps to create and monitor a project budget, FAQs. What is the primary purpose of a project budget? The main purpose of a project budget is to estimate the project costs. A project budget template has estimates of costs that might be incurred before the project's completion. Large projects can have budgets that are longer than a single page. How do you ensure a project stays within budget? To ensure that your project stays within budget, conduct a detailed planning and realistic estimation. Track and monitor project expenses regularly. Utilize practices and tools and implement change control. Do project managers make budgets? In a program where you have more than one project that feeds the program managers make the budget. Some project managers have decision-making authority, and some might not have the authority to make a budget. It depends on the organization. Who is responsible for the project budget? It is mostly the project manager and the financial officer who makes the project budget. The project manager leads the project and ensures it is completed within the timeframe and budget.